the chiefs and assistant chiefs is to find strategies that will make sure that we exterminate this vice from our society. We also want to put emphasis on matters of rehabilitation, and we will be having conversation with the governor and the MCS. Hopefully we can have publicly funded, accessible and affordable rehabilitation centers in this place to rehabilitate those who have been victims of alcohol abuse. On the third issue that is of concern in this county is generally, as I said, this is generally a very peaceful county, but we have challenges of late when it comes to public protests of political organizers inducing young people and misusing them to organize violent demonstrations. And as soon as they become violent, of course, they cease to be protests or demonstrations as expected by the Constitution. And I'm glad that also the law enforcement agencies have taken very firm action against those who burned property, burned vehicles, burned the police stations, destroyed property. And going forward, we believe that anyone who will be organizing protests or demonstrations as enshrined in our Constitution will have to work with the police officers, and they must act peacefully. As I said before, we will act decisively. We will charge everyone. I saw some people complaining somewhere yesterday that we are charging people with charges of terrorism. If you burn a police station, you burn government cars, whether it's county or national, you burn police office, you burn somebody's supermarket, there is no other charge that we can bring before the court. The best charge at that point in time is those related to terror, because that is exactly what you are doing. Other than that, I think most of the other issues we are going to have a robust, open conversation with our chiefs, assistant chiefs, OCSs, and the members of public. And we believe that out of that conversation, we will have something to share also with the members of public and on the way forward in terms of law and order in Nyandarua County. Asante sana. I'll take about 3 questions.
Yes, please.
So I'll start with you, and then we'll go to 3 others.
My name is Francis Wawera from Kameme TV.
Okay.
In Nyandarua County, there has been rampant cases of femicide. Have you been?
Oh yeah, sorry.
On that?
Yeah.
Answer all of them. Tomorrow there is an expected meeting at Kamukunji. Has the government given the license to the DCP party and his allies?
First of all, let me say that we have, as this county, I forgot to say this, we have cases of homicide, suicide, rampant cases. It is related to mental health issues, and we are actually trying to find better ways of addressing this, because it is contributed by societal and social issues, and particularly where cases are related to femicide and gender-based violence. We must deal with it as a society. In fact, one of the conversations we'll have with the chiefs and assistant chiefs is how best to confront the question of gender-based violence, femicide, issues of sexual assault and defilement. All those issues are continue in society. It has led to, there is a level of cover in, acceptance, or there's a great extent, I'm looking for the right word to use, but let me say that to a great extent it's because of society is compromised in terms of their values. Particularly when a woman is beaten or women are beaten, there are still people who believe that someone has a right to beat his wife. And also the cases also involve men. And I have told and I will be telling the chiefs and assistant chiefs, and I've told them elsewhere, these cases cannot be resolved using chief's baraza. These are people to be arrested and taken to court of law. we must meet the highest punishment on them, and we encourage families to come out, particularly family members who are covering up for cases of defilements and incest. We must be able to bring them out, and that's a conversation we'll have with the chiefs. But also we need to invest as a society on mental health issues. We need to, there was a time that it was a taboo, and you felt ostracized when you spoke about your mental health challenges. People need to embrace the fact that the same way you can get flu, the same way you can get malaria, the same way you can get diabetes or any other disease, also mental health is a disease like any other disease, and it's important to seek for help, medical attention. And maybe that's an area also we will collaborate with the counties, because they have the medical facilities of last mile, to make sure that people are also, we create more awareness on mental health and deal with those issues. Any person who would like to have any rally, public baraza, as long as it's peaceful, the police will provide security, and it's important that they give the necessary notification. If they have given the notification, of course, we have absolute no issue with any person, any political party, any politician calling for a meeting. Just need them to notify the police, and they must ensure that their meeting is peaceful and does not lead to situations of disrupting the peace for others, or burning of property, or looting, or violence. The rest, with proper notification and commitment to observe peace, the police officers are always on standby to provide security for anybody who would like to exercise their freedoms under the Constitution in a peaceful manner. Yes, madam. Okay. Okay. Silibiwa kwa nini? Okay. Sorry, I wasn't aware about that. I'm told that, as you can hear, thieves broke into one of our offices and stole IDs. I've just whispered to the director of National Registration Bureau, and he has told me that he was aware about it, and there's an ongoing replacement for those IDs. And we want to ask anybody who will attempt to engage in identity theft or misuse of people's IDs, that you will face the very full force of the law. And therefore, it's important that if you find anybody's ID, return it to the person, or leave it to the nearest police station, or to the chief or an assistant chief. Don't attempt to misuse anybody's ID. Yeah. Yes, Minor. I will finish up with you.
Just give us a minute. And my question is on yesterday's human rights activist presses in Nairobi. As you say, some of them have even claimed that on July 15, you're on record saying 1,500 young people had been arrested because of various charges, accusations of arson, and what kind of violence. And they say they've been able to trace only 500 cases. And they're saying, where are the rest of the 1,500? And they also went ahead to say that they are missing persons, and also that some of the young people have been detained without legal representation.
First of all, let me say that for all persons who have been arrested, not all persons who are arrested are taken to court. Okay, some are arrested, they record their statement, and the investigations continue until such time that they will get now an order from the court to appear before it for purpose of taking plea. So if there is any person not accounted for between arrest and charging, probably that person was arrested, recorded a statement, and further investigation is going on. I'm happy that they are following up and they know the numbers of the people who are taken to court. We can also provide that information in good time as National Police Service if anybody needs it. And those who have been charged for various offenses, some theft, some shoplifting, some others are violence, some have been charged for terror, some have just for robbery, some, as I said, stealing. So depending on what you have found, the evidence we found against you, you will be charged for the offense that you committed or that we suspect that you committed. And all those people are free to get legal representation of their choice, so that they can defend them in a court of law. If there is any person who is missing, there is a procedure for reporting missing persons, and that should be reported to the nearest police station so that the police officers can start investigations to find their whereabouts of any person who is missing. Otherwise, any person who is in police custody or who was arrested by the police can be accounted for. Their whereabouts can be accounted for, either that they were taken to court or they were released pending investigations until such time when we are ready to charge them, or if you don't find sufficient evidence perhaps, then they will be free to proceed with their own activities. Yeah, I think there was somebody else, the last one.
My name is Simon Gura, Nora TV Nyandarua. We've had concerns from members of the public and local leaders about shortage of police vehicles and also filling of positions for the recently gazetted administrative units, especially in Kenya. What are you doing about it?
Well, thank you very much. The real sticky issue you will be hearing in the conversation is police vehicles, police strength, operationalization of administrative units, vehicles for the administrators and motorcycles. So that is really a full conversation that we are going to have today. But just to assure the members of the public that we are trying, first of all, we are seeking for budgetary allocation to operationalize the administrative units that were recently gazetted. And some of them are not too recent. Some were gazetted in 2017 and yet to be operationalized up to now. We are working together. This is a very sticking issue even for the members of parliament. The next supplementary budget, we could have additional resources, we should be able to operationalize a number of them. And two is that there is an ongoing procurement process for police vehicles and vehicles for administrators and also prisons officers. It's been ongoing. We hope that it can be closed in a month or two, actually by October, latest November, so that then we can start distributing these vehicles to serve wananchi in different parts. I'm glad that wananchi appreciate the services that police officers offer beyond just their call of duty. You know, a police car is not just it sometimes also turns out to be an ambulance. Sometimes it becomes the car that is carrying the death to whatever. They carry also suspects to court. So they do a lot of things that sometimes I was telling these people in Kiambu 2 days ago that this is an area also we must have a conversation with both national and county government to invest more on ambulances, because in most cases when we have accidents, especially in the highways that we have, like this one to all the way to Nanyuki or to Nyeri, or this other one that comes from Mombasa to Malaba, it's important to station ambulances around these areas, because failure to do so ends up police officers handling victims of injury. We need ambulances in other places so that they can serve. So there can also be collaboration to help. The reason why you see citizens are very appreciative of the police vehicles is because they are multi-purpose in societies and around the corner. That's appreciated. Thank you for having us. Governor, unless you want to say one thing.
I think, Waziri, I want to appreciate you have enumerated the benefits of this exercise of Jukwaa la Usalama, which we believe you can see that people are allowed to participate. I am also happy to note that you have already been briefed about the issues to do with the theft. It was actually very bad, but due to the relationship we have with the security team around here, we have been able to solve some of those cases. Apart from maybe people not understanding where to place the animals, there was also the issue of some characters who are government workers colluding with the people. And after we consulted with the security team, some of those fellows were removed from here, and immediately they were removed, things changed. So issues to do with alcohol you have mentioned. The only thing I can add, maybe to make things better, is that, Nyandarua, we normally say it's marginalized because our headquarters was left the other side in Laikipia. So you find even most of your senior staff still live in Nyahururu. So as you be considering the budget, kindly, we've already given them land, like the commissioner residence, we have land. Also the security guys. So we would wish that you can provide accommodation for them, so that we are here throughout, even at night, so that when issues occur, we will be able to handle them together. Otherwise, we appreciate what the government is doing in the line of security. I hope it's going to continue, because there is no development that can take place without security. We are having our first university now coming in. Correct. I know we will have more people now coming here, and we expect the things to change. We appreciate the police station which is being done here, though we would have wished if it was possible. Now this being a headquarter, maybe we would have gotten a better, slightly bigger police station, where maybe all the departments, that is traffic, that is intelligence, that is OCPD, all of them. Otherwise, it's a good start, but we wish that in terms of infrastructure, we are not doing very well, and I hope that you will also support us.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank the